This week's joke of the week, well, isn't a joke at all. It's actually three stories. Three short stories about incredible accidents. So incredible that they're almost funny. The first accident happened in the heat treatment room. I was supervising two students who were doing a little test on how to use oxyacetylene torches properly. The first student, having completed his heat treatment, turns off the acetylene torches properly and promptly hands it over to his friend. The problem is that he passed the torch to his friend hot end first, directly into his friend's palm. His friend promptly closed his hand around the tip. Well, that was followed by a few seconds of screaming, a trip to the nurse's office, and 3 months of laughing about it in the teacher's lounge. The second story also has to do with two friends, but this time the accident happens on a lathe. During one of my classes, a student comes to me with a badly cut finger. He's bleeding all over the place. So we bandage it up quickly and I send him off to the nurse's office, accompanied by two other students to make sure that he doesn't fall or pass out on the way there. So while the student was at the nurse's office, I started to fill out the accident report while it was still fresh in everyone's mind. So I asked one of his friends to describe to me what exactly had happened. Well, the student did better than that. He took me over to the machine where the accident happened and showed me what had happened, and promptly cut his finger in the same fashion that his friend had just done. Needless to say that the second accident report was a lot easier to fill out. All I had to write down was that he cut himself in the same way that his friend had cut himself, while showing me how his friend had cut himself. And yes, that incident was also followed by 3 months of laughing about it in the teacher's lounge. The third incident has to do with a student who wanted to film himself while he was taking a cut on the milling machine using his telephone. Now, imagine this. As the student was looking at his telephone, he notices that there's a chip in the way that's obstructing the shot that he wants to take. So while looking at his telephone, he reaches his finger over to flick the chip out of the way. What do you think happened? He nicked or cut a good piece of the end of his finger off. Now that in itself isn't so funny, but what was funny was that when I came to fill out the accident report and I asked him to explain to me what had happened, well, he promptly ushered me over to my computer. We logged on, went onto YouTube to watch the accident that he'd promptly uploaded onto YouTube. So all that to say that if you think you've seen it all, well, all you have to do is live a little more, and you'll find that human beings will always be able to amaze you. So, this wasn't a joke of the week, but those were the three stories of the week.